With a show of hands, how many people here believe that change is good? Thank you. You see, most people believe that change is a positive thing. But why is it that people often refuse to change? People believe that the past does not equal the future and always expect tomorrow to be better. However, how can tomorrow be better if we are the same? How could we expect different results while we continue to act as the same person? There are two things we could do about our life. We can either accept it or change it. Why is it that there are always so many people complaining about their life, yet do nothing about it? It's true. People don't like to change. They want others to change. A person who isn't willing to change is a person who will not improve. I believe that a key to success is a person's ability to quickly change and adapt. Does anyone remember what Roy Baden said about successful people at his workshop?
Do what others don't do.
Yeah. He said that successful people do what other people aren't willing to do. Let me give you an example. I have two friends, Tom and Jack. They're both ambitious young gentlemen who set big goals in their life. But what separates them is their willingness to change. When Tom doesn't like something, he will make sure he does something about it. For instance, he didn't like his first job, so after working there for a few months, he quit and looked for a new one. Tom isn't afraid of change, even if he has to start all over. What Jack does when he doesn't like something in life is complain. Joy, have you ever been in a situation where a friend asks for your advice but doesn't listen to what you say anyways? That's exactly how Jack is. He would complain about how terrible his boss is or how low his salary is, but whenever you try to suggest him to look for a new job, he wouldn't listen. He would give himself an excuse to stay. But after a few days, he would start to complain again, and the same story just keeps going on and on. A person who isn't willing to change only hears what he wants to hear. Sorry. Who do you think is more likely to be successful, Tom or Jack?
Tom.
Usually it takes something big in a person's life in order to change. After Sonny suddenly lost his beloved son, his perspective about life changed. He realized how short and fragile life is and devoted his life to become a better man. There are a lot of people out there that want to change but can't because their high self-esteem and pride won't let them. I used to be one of them, but I've taken a class that changed my life. Has anyone here heard of Life Academy? 圆桌教育基金会. The foundation focuses on one point. It tries to make better use of ourselves to improve the relationship of I to others. It tries to provide people with a manual of how to live. Through many exercises, it shows the importance and teaches the importance of change, love, and forgiveness. I've never seen a class so influential. The speakers there are absolutely amazing. Most things taught in the classes are things people already know. But life isn't about how much we know. It's about how much we do. If your life ended today, will you have no regrets? Life is too short. It is a pity if we do not live and use it well. A lot of people are too focused about work and often neglect important things in life, like caring for their family. Are you one of them? When was the last time you said I love you to your family or those that you care about? When we are alive, we all want to get more and more. Only when facing death do we start to think about giving. Most things, it's really hard to talk about Life Academy because you really have to be there to experience it. You'd see rebellious teenagers forced by their parents to join. But after the first day, you would see them crying and calling their parents, telling them how much they love them. There were also people that brought divorce agreements to class, but ripped it apart afterwards. As for me, the changes weren't as dramatic, because like you all know, Michael was always such a great guy. But what changed for me was my attitude towards life. I used to be a procrastinator. I would always wait till the last minute to get things done. I was also a big thinker. I would think about all the things I wanted to do, but I seldom took action. I would give myself an excuse, thinking, I'm still young, there's still time. But because of those bad habits, I lost many opportunities. But I'm happy to say I changed. As you just heard, I recently got accepted to Zenzi University's MBA program. How I got in is a miracle and a story I will share another time. But I can tell you, there was only one day left before the deadline when I heard about the news of how to apply. There was no way the old Michael could have finished the application in time. Most people want to change the world. Few realize that they must change themselves. We should stop trying to change others, begin with ourselves. Only through our own change can we start to influence the people around us. Do you think it's hard to change? Nothing is hard as long as we put enough effort in it. And it's never too late to change. There's a student at Life Academy who was 98 years old. He was still willing to learn and change. Are you? My fellow Toastmasters, today after you walk out that door, I encourage you to change something. Do something you always wanted to do. Share and show love to those that you care about. Live your dream. Live the moment. Toastmasters.